A playtest turned nightmare. One man's reality begins to break. He's trapped between what's real and what the game wants him to believe, and he's running out of time. A guy is quietly packing his things into his travel bag. He sneaks out of the house without saying anything to anyone and gets into a car. He drives off, leaving behind everything. Not long after he's on the road, his mother tries to call him. He sees the call but chooses to reject it. Later, he's on an airplane, watching a movie while playing games on his phone. A flight attendant walks up to him and politely tells him to turn off his phone for a while. While sitting there, he notices a young girl who seems very nervous because of the turbulence. To comfort her, he compares the flight to a roller coaster. He raises his hands and tells her to copy him, trying to make her feel safe and less anxious. Cooper starts his journey around the world. He travels to many places: Australia, Thailand, India, Dubai, Spain, Italy, France, and several more countries. Eventually, he is seen in London. He takes in the sights, enjoying landmarks like the London Eye and Big Ben. He stops by a cafe where he sees a couple kissing. Feeling a bit lonely, he opens up a dating app on his phone and starts swiping. He swipes right on a girl named Sonia and they match. They meet up and have a conversation. Sonia talks about her job, and Cooper tells her about his travels. He tells her that he is heading back home next week. Their chemistry builds, and Sonia starts flirting with him. Things move forward, and they end up in bed together that night. The next morning, while still lying in bed, Sonia notices a scar on Cooper. She guesses how he might have gotten it, but he tells her that it was from a classmate back in high school. Suddenly, a phone starts ringing. Sonia searches for it and sees that it's Cooper's phone. Once again, it's his mother calling. Cooper rejects the call. Sonia then prepares a simple breakfast for him, a piece of bread with some spread. While they sit down, Cooper's phone vibrates again. His mom is still calling. Sonia tells him that he should really answer his mother's call. She explains that she's probably just worried about him, especially since he's away and traveling. Cooper finally opens up. He tells her that he still lives with his mother, or at least he did until recently. He explains that he had stayed at home to take care of his father, who had been suffering from early onset Alzheimer's. His father passed away, and since then, he hasn't been able to connect with his mom. That's part of the reason why he left and decided to travel. He says he wants to do everything he can while he's still young and free. He knows he needs to speak to his mom eventually, but he wants to do it in person when he gets home. Sonia listens to him and gently kisses his forehead. She tells him that he's a good man and encourages him again to call his mom. Later, Cooper heads outside to withdraw some money from the ATM, but his account doesn't have enough funds. He tries again, but the result is the same. Frustrated, he calls the bank to find out what's going on. The bank representative tells him there's a system error and it may take a while to fix. Cooper tells them he urgently needs the money to buy a ticket home. Still, the bank can't do anything immediately. Cooper considers calling his mom for help, but still doesn't go through with it. He returns to Sonia's house, and she lets him stay with her again that night. Cooper tells her he's going to check an app he uses to find quick, random jobs whenever he's short on cash. Sonia takes a look and reads a listing out loud: Thrill Seekers Wanted. Sonia thinks the job Cooper found could be interesting and tells him to try it out. Cooper checks if it's real and sees that it's a playtest job for a company called Saito Gemu. Sonia gets excited, saying that Saito Gemu is a huge name. She mentions something called Harlech Shadow, which Cooper seems to vaguely recognize. Then, she pulls out a magazine and shows him a photo of Sho Saito, the mysterious owner of the company. She says Saito is very secretive, and no one really knows what he looks like or what exactly he's working on. Sonia adds that Saito Gemu is developing a massive project with big money behind it, but the details are all kept secret. She suggests that if Cooper can take a photo of anything going on inside, it could be worth a lot, definitely more than just a small payment. Cooper agrees and asks where the testing site is. Cooper arrives at the location and meets Katie, who seems to be the one in charge. She leads him inside, while someone named Rav takes care of his bag. They walk through a busy workspace, and Cooper is visibly overwhelmed by everything happening around him. Upstairs, Katie asks for any device he has that can send or receive data. He gives her his phone, which she turns off. Then she brings him into a room and gives him a non-disclosure agreement to sign. She also mentions there's a minor medical procedure involved, but reassures him it's not permanent. Just as Cooper is about to sign, he notices there's no actual space to sign on the contract. Katie steps out to get a corrected version. While she's gone, Cooper sneaks his phone back, opens the case in front of him, takes a photo, and sends it to Sonia. Katie returns with the proper contract, and Cooper signs it. The game test begins. Katie sticks a mushroom-shaped device to the back of his neck and reminds him that it's not permanent. She starts the system, and it looks like something is being uploaded into his brain. Suddenly, Cooper's phone rings. His mom is calling again, even though the phone was supposed to be off. Katie picks it up and shuts it down, surprised it was still on. Then she tells Cooper to focus on the targets. They transform into holes, and then a pixelated gopher pops out, like in a whack-a-mole game. She asks if he can see it. He nods. Katie updates the graphics, and the gopher turns 3D, then becomes extremely realistic. Cooper is amazed. Katie explains that the gopher isn't real. It's just a mental projection that only he can see. She encourages Cooper to try hitting the gopher. Then she tells him this is just a limited demo and suggests he should test the full experience. Cooper agrees. Katie leads him to Sho Saito's office. Shu is calm and collected. He talks to Cooper about how he loves to scare people in games. He says what they're building is the most personal survival horror experience ever created. The game reads people's minds and uses their own fears against them. Katie then uploads a neural net package into Cooper's mind. Once the upload is finished and the device is removed, Katie asks how Cooper feels. He says he feels normal. Shu then asks him a simple question, if he's ready to play. Katie takes Cooper to a large, creepy old house that he assumes is the famous Harlech Shadow House. But Katie tells him it's just the gamekeeper's lodge and only a part of the entire estate. Cooper asks what he's supposed to do, and Katie explains he doesn't have to do anything. Just stay inside and see how long he can last before he gets too scared. She hands him an earpiece so they can stay in contact and asks for a safe word in case he wants out. Cooper chooses the word stop. Cooper wanders through the house and checks the place out. It's dim, old-fashioned, and silent. He pours himself a glass of non-alcoholic wine. Katie reminds him through the earpiece that he needs to keep a clear head. He finds a big, heavy chest, pulls it over, props his feet up, and reaches for his phone, only to remember he left it outside. Katie jokes that he's now in the 19th century. No phone, no internet, no Wi-Fi. Cooper notices a book nearby and starts reading it. As he reads, he sees a spider creeping toward him. Katie immediately tells him his heart rate is going up. He confirms he's watching a spider crawl across the chair. He jumps when it gets too close, and Katie mocks him playfully for being scared of a spider. Cooper crushes it, but realizes it's fake. Things start to get weirder. As he keeps reading, the lights flicker. He glances at a painting of the Harlech Shadow House on the wall. Something's off. There's a new light glowing in one of the windows. He asks Katie to zoom in. To his shock, there's a man standing in the lit window. But before he can say much, the light vanishes, and so does the man. He hears strange noises from upstairs. At first, he jokes it's just leaky pipes. But when he checks, he freezes. There's a man just standing there. He tries to laugh it off, telling Katie she got him, but he starts describing the man and realizes the figure looks like someone he knows, Josh Peters. Trying to shake it off, Cooper gets another glass of wine and checks the kitchen. He finds some cookies, but when he closes the cabinet, the shadow of Josh Peters appears, then instantly morphs into a huge spider. Peters' spider mashup, he mutters to Katie. He asks if these things are all part of the simulation or just in his head. Katie tells him it's just him. Then, suddenly, her line cuts out. A loud knock hits the door. Cooper hesitates but tries to be brave. When he opens it, to his total shock, Sonia is standing there. She tells him he's in danger. Cooper's first thought is that this is just another illusion, but when she touches him, she feels real. He checks her face, voice, body. Everything seems real, but he can't believe it. Sonia urges him to leave immediately and warns him that Saito's project was never approved. It was rejected outright. Cooper doesn't trust her. He accuses her of being part of the game. Things escalate when Sonia pulls out a knife and stabs him. He scrambles to get away. She's far stronger than she should be. As they struggle, Cooper watches in horror as her appearance shifts. Sonia was never real to begin with. Cooper finally hears Katie's voice again and frantically explains what just happened. He's terrified, confused, and angry. Katie calmly tells him that none of what he sees can actually touch or hurt him. But Cooper insists. He felt Sonia stab him. Katie suggests it might be the neural simulation replicating real physical sensations. Still panicked, Cooper says he wants out. Katie agrees and tells him she'll stop the game. When he tries to rip out the mushroom device from his neck, Katie warns him not to. It could kill him. She instead guides him toward the supposed access point to shut everything down. Cooper reaches a door, hesitant to open it. He lists out possible horrible scenarios that might be behind it, but Katie pushes him to open it. When he steps inside, he's met with a bizarre twist. Katie tells him the access point doesn't exist. The whole purpose was to see if they'd broken him enough to follow orders blindly. She starts asking him about his mom. Cooper can't answer. His memory is failing. He realizes something terrifying. His memories are being taken away. Katie tells him to look in a mirror. She asks if he still recognizes himself. Voices start to swirl in his head. He spirals. Furious and desperate, he punches the mirror, grabs a shard of glass, and tries to dig the mushroom out of his neck. Katie and the rest of the team rush into the room to stop him. Katie tries to shut the system down, but she realizes the device has embedded itself too deeply in Cooper's brain. She can't stop it now. Sho Saito steps in, apologizes, and orders his team to remove Cooper. As two men drag him away, Cooper screams, "Stop," over and over. Then the entire world melts away. Turns out everything happened inside the simulation. In real time, only a single second passed. Back in the lab, Katie rips the mushroom device off Cooper's neck. They're still in Sho Saito's testing room. Katie tries to explain what happened. Shu apologizes. Cooper returns home. But something is off. His mom doesn't recognize him. He panics. Suddenly, everything snaps back to the white testing room again. While Cooper was in the simulation, his phone had rung, his mom calling. Katie had ignored the call and unplugged the device, but it was too late. Cooper is dead. Katie reports the incident to Sho. All Cooper's brain synapses fired at once. The cause? His mom's phone call interfered with the neural upload. She logs it officially. Test duration, 0.04 seconds. Cause of death, phone interference. Under observation, she simply writes, "Called mom." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. See you in the next one.